Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming back to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. I have just started the Instagram page, so please go over there. I am Duchess of Unicorn and follow. And there's no photos yet, but I am going to be putting photos up, so I would love it if you beat me to it. That's very encouraging. There's also a Tumblr, which I haven't been on in a few weeks, but there is some repost and some posts there from me. And thank you for hopping on the YouTube channel. Again, I know you've been coming back, so I really appreciate it. And if you really do find interest or are entertained by my videos, or you have something to share with me, please subscribe and like, comment. That is the best inspiration and the best kudos I could ever ask for, and I do appreciate it wholeheartedly as I'm starting out, and I'd like to continue because I do love doing these videos because I find this whole thing very interesting. So here I am at a photo of Meghan, and I believe that's Lindsay Jay Roth. Now, these two graduated from Northwestern University way back. So if Meghan's at 38 years old, so she says, basically these two have been friends for more than 20 years. Okay, so that is, in my book, as a woman with a BFF that I've known for more than 20 years, I would say that constitutes a real friendship, an established, solid, age-old friendship, a lifetime friendship. So Lindsay Jay Roth, which Meghan graduated with, is pictured here. And I know this is a little blurry, but that's because I may try to pull it up on my computer, but that's because I took the photo from my desktop because I'm kind of working both from my phone and my desktop when I need to have a clearer picture. But a clearer picture for me evidently doesn't mean a clearer picture for you. But you can clearly see Lindsay Jay Roth, and you can look this up online, holding hands with Meghan Markle at her wedding, the day of her wedding, the reception. So that's when they were taking photos, and Lindsay's sister is, I think, next to Meghan. Or maybe she's in the white, but anyway, she's out of focus. But that's a photo of the two of them that obviously have known each other for quite a while. So what I want to do is I want to go to, let's see, what you're seeing right now is IMDB.com /title. Whoops, title. I think that's what I want to do. Title, TT. Let's say /TT. TT 309 1556. Okay, let's see if this brings me to where we want to go. This will bring us to IMDB. It's about, movies and anything TV, anything movies or actors and parts they play in. Here's the page of IMDB.com, which features The Larry King Show, the 2012 year of the episode 5 and season 2. So it's episode 5, season 2 of The Larry King Now Show. Now, Larry King Now, this particular episode, has an interview of Meghan Markle. And I want to see if I wonder if I can go to the desktop because this one is terrible. I forget how I got to the desktop. I like the desktop version than this one because it's not the view that we really want. So I don't want to go to the app either. So what's here? See, the one on your phone, whenever you're on your phone, you always get taken to the desktop version. And really don't want the desktop version. So maybe it's not going to happen. I want it to be on, there's a much better way that you can get the desktop version. So anyway, I won't mess around with that now, but whenever you're on your phone, you end up getting, by default, the desktop version, and I don't want it. I really don't want it. What we want is the full version. Let's see if we can get the view of the desktop version. Desktop version. Okay, no. We don't want to do that. We want to just hit down here. See, will they give us the desktop version? Okay, full site version. Okay. It took me a minute. Sorry about that. So we're on the desktop version, which is a better view for both you and I. And if you can follow along with me a lot better on this one than, say, the app itself. So we're on the desktop. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. And it says cast on this particular Larry King Now show was Patrick J. Adams. Larry King was the host and Meghan Markle was the guest. They were promoting their Suits show and discussing a bunch of blasé talk about the show, promoting the show. And Larry King Now is a talk show. It was based in the USA. I believe it's still on. I wouldn't know. The release date of this particular episode that we're speaking of on Larry King Now was July 22nd, 2013. So it was well before any Harry met Meghan, when I want to say Harry met Sally, but and basically this is all about her show. Now, what I want to do is go right over here to company credits and click on the OraTV. OraTV is a production company. The production company, and I want to just try to blow this up a little bit. The production company here, it'll list all the shows that they produced for Larry King, basically, since we're talking about Larry King Now. And you'll see that all the episodes. The first one is basically, well, it was the one we were talking about. But anyway, Larry King had Meghan Markle and Patrick J. Adams on. They discussed the show, Suits, and, various nonsensical questions that don't matter to the world about Suits at the time. And I wanted to talk about Lindsay Jay Roth working for the OraTV, which is the production company that did Larry King's show. And the person that produced the show is Lindsay Roth. And she, at the time, worked with OraTV. Maybe she still does. I think she still does. She also did Queen Boss, which you see right here, which is an 8-episode series. Excuse me. And it's about African American female entrepreneurs. And it's basically produced, again, by OraTV. And OraTV is funded, or was funded initially, by Carlos Slim. Carlos Slim is a Mexican billionaire. Okay, so so you know who he is. He's a Mexican billionaire. So he invested, whatever millions of dollars into this OraTV, which Lindsay Jay Roth produced the show, the episode of Larry King Now that Meghan Markle and Patrick J. Adams were in, and she was the producer in it. And so that show was Larry King Now, episode 5, season 2, I believe. So Lindsay Jay Roth also produces Hilary Duff's Real Girls Kitchen, and she also produces Queen Boss. Queen Boss? Why do I want to say Queen Bee? But anyway, she produces those shows, and I'm sure others. So she's a producer. She also has written a book. And I just want to go back. I just wanted to show you, it goes from Larry King, it goes from Lindsay Jay Roth and Meghan Markle, and how they are intertwined back from Northwestern University. and how it's who you know, not what you know. And so, with that being said, the USA channel, guess what show is on the USA channel? Queen Boss. And again, I want to say Queen Bee, but it's Queen Boss, and that's on USA, as well as so was Suits. And so I'm still wondering to myself, because I didn't look it up, if the Suits show on USA was ever produced at one time or another by Lindsay Jay Roth. So that's something to look up. Maybe it didn't happen, but it's interesting since she's affiliated with USA, affiliated with Meghan, affiliated with Larry King now, who interviewed Meghan for Suits, who also was produced by Lindsay, who also produces Queen Boss, which is also a USA program. And Carlos Slim is just, I threw that in there because he's a Mexican billionaire who funds this show, who funded, Larry King starting the Larry King Now show when he broke off from his other Larry King show, which was with another network. So Lindsay is the real BFF of Meghan. That's where this is going. That is her real BFF. She has probably a few, but I've noticed, and this is what this video is about, it's who you know, not necessarily what you know. Because if you look at it and you look up Lindsay, if you look up Lindsay Jay Roth, you'll see more familiar photos, I imagine, and you will be able to visit her Instagram page. Now, when you visit her Instagram page, I'm not sure, we're going to see, I'm not sure that's well, no, I'm not going to do that. But if you hit tagged photos when you're looking at someone's Instagram page and you look at tagged photos and hit the word tagged photos, you'll see things come up. Now, I can't remember if I did the tagged photos on Lindsay Roth's page, but she has a family member who you can hit their tagged photos and you'll see pictures come up. Not many, but you'll see pictures come up, and some of those pictures will include her sister's wedding, which featured in it, didn't mean to feature, but Meghan Markle was a maid of honor, I believe. So you'll see that. But Meghan and Lindsay go way back. They go way back. And this particular book here, What Pretty Girls Are Made Of, is a book written by Lindsay Jay Roth, who again goes back more than 20 years with Meghan Markle from Northwestern University. They graduated together, and not together, but they graduated at the same year from the same school. They are friends, and they've maintained their friendship for all these years. And so when the media talks about all these various quote unquote friends of Meghan Markle, you must remember to stop and use your brain and think, are we absorbing everything they feed us like sheep? Or should we stop and think, what really determines that they're actual friends? Because the PR firms have spoken to each other and have said, yeah, we'll put pictures together and we'll, make it look like they know each other. Or Sir Elton John will reach out to him and he'll rent his villa out to you, or he'll let you come in and take photos that you were there, and he's okay with it if you really aren't there, but just take photos, and that's fine, and he'll back that up in the media or whatever. Or Ellen chimes in and says she visited your house and saw the little baby with all the hair, which when we saw the baby, he had no hair, and he's supposed to be almost 7 months old. And so it's not who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So Lindsay Jay Roth is a friend of hers who now just wrote What Pretty Girls Are Made Of. Now, it didn't get many reviews. It gets very low reviews, but then it gets on Barnes& and Noble high reviews. It's funny when you look at Goodreads versus Barnes& and Noble. So it's all a preference, just like art is a personal preference. It's just a thing. Art is subjective. Sometimes books are subjective, I feel. So take a chance, read it, and maybe you'll find little feelings and little twinges of situations or commentary that remind you of maybe a Meghan Markle story. Maybe not. Maybe it's about Lindsay's story because Lindsay did, so it's been written about, that she did work for a CEO of a cosmetic company. So perhaps this is where we're going with this. But I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page as I go forward with videos. We want to really have some truth here, but we also only know what the media feeds us, because if you're not getting your information straight from the palace or straight from Meghan Markle or Prince Harry, then it's always going to be watered down. It's always going to be retold a little different, and it's always going to be looked at from different angles. And the Unicorn Duchess, this channel itself, the Duchess of Unicorn, well, we're going to look at it from different angles and inject some of our own opinions. I mean, when I say our, I mean mine. and yours too. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments and how you feel about all this stuff being thrown at the wall to see what stuck. And this just shows me, and I hope it shows you, that it's not what you know, it's who you know. And I will hopefully be able to elaborate more on a few other photos that we're seeing, like people are, besties, and we have Janina Ganking Carr. We have other actors and entertainment folks coming in and saying, the most positive, inspirational stuff about Meghan, backing her up, and quote unquote friends from all different places. But I'm going to kind of try to outline the fact that prior to meeting Prince Harry, these people never uttered the name Meghan Markle ever across their lips. And the few that did may have done it once because she was working at a job where they were employed, like Howie Mandel when she was a case girl on Deal or No Deal. All right, I want to wrap it up. I went too long already because I really wanted this to be a 10-minute video just to let you know what I was working on. So, Lindsay Roth graduated Northwestern with Meghan back in the day from the university, and 20 years later, they are still friends. Meghan attended her wedding as a maid of honor, I believe. And there's videos online. There's plenty on Lindsay's Instagram page, which she has deleted much of it. However, if you dig, you can find them. And if you can't find them, simply leave me a message and perhaps I will just post it as a reply. Or do a short video answering your question with the photo. So again, like, subscribe, share, comment, do it all, do whatever you think is right, and come back for the next video. Until next time, bye and thank you.